This is a $64,000 question, and we're recording this in fall of 2023. I say that because depending on when someone's listening, the world might be different even in 6 or
Correct.
12 months.
Correct.
But when we're in fall of 2023, I spent a lot of this year working with clients, helping them on their AI strategy and speaking at companies, helping them think through this. Now, keep in mind, artificial intelligence, we've been working on this for over 50 years. What we've seen in 2023, there was a large step forward in one area of AI known as large language models. Because for years, we've had, even you go back 10, 15 years, data science team, machine learning has been very good. We've been good at, say, ad targeting or trying to divide people into different customer segments, other types of quantitative analysis. But for people who didn't have degrees in computer science or data science or mathematics, it was a lot of Greek, quite literally in some cases.
Right.
With large language models, we made it more accessible that people without technical training can suddenly have an interface and ask a question in native language and get a native language response. And this has greatly expanded the accessibility of AI. Now, I think some of it is overhyped. If you look at the classic McKinsey hype curve on technology, I think we're still on that first slope. Everyone's thinking about what's going to happen and where we're going to be in 5, 7 years. I think they're overhyping that. However, what we are seeing is that a lot of rote mechanics that can start to be replaced. Here's a basic example. I have an article I put out every week, and I was taught articles do better when there's an image. So I'd either have to source it from a place like Getty Images or go to somewhere like Unsplash. Well, now I can go and use an AI generator. I usually use Bing. And for my Microsoft subscription, I can generate any image I want, which oftentimes is much more accurate, much better for what I'm saying in the article than anything I can find online. And
Yeah.
so now we're starting to replace. Now, this is a niche area, but we're seeing in certain types of content generation, we're seeing in jobs where there's just a lot of mechanical writing, we're going to see a lot of that get automated away. And this goes back to our educational system. If we're teaching people higher order thinking, if we're teaching them strategy, for example, take your lawyer. Your lawyer spends lots of time redlining documents and writing things up, and there's a lot of repetitiveness to it. And there was a lawyer who, at the time we're recording this, recently got in trouble because he thought he could have ChatGPT just generate a whole thing for him. It couldn't, because it couldn't cite properly prior work, but it could, with reasonable fidelity, and we'll see tools get better at this, do the structure, the mechanics of it, and then he can focus more on finding the best case law to study, to cite, or on your strategy. And so we're going to see work shift from more of that lower mechanical grunt work to higher order work. And we need to train people for that shift.